The fear keeps us alert, awake, and it keeps us alive. Scared of them or scared of me? But be scared. Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? I hope all is well on your side of the screen. Definitely take a moment to hit subscribe to my channel so that we can keep the conversation going. Also, make sure you tell me your thoughts on this episode down below, where it's going to be a pretty quick talk about it, review, recap, because I feel like it wasn't that much that really went on that I really wanted to discuss. I mean, of course, they had the sex scenes and things like that, but as far as talk worthy, I don't think it was that many points. So as we know, Kanan, he's going back to school now after the fiasco that went down last week, where he literally almost got killed with a drive-by. So, you know, his mother was allowing him to lay low or whatever, because she already knew there was a price on his head. So, yeah, she pretty much was trying to protect him and do what she could. She was even getting flashbacks and, you know, kind of like a PTSD type of situation, where he went outside, he saw one of the clips from the gun, and she was looking at him to see as he was walking, and she seen somebody driving up pretty slow, and she felt like they was about to get her son. So she was like, you know what, let me take you to school, as opposed to allowing him to walk on his own. And she kept on putting in his ear, like, you know, you gotta stay alert, you gotta look around, you gotta keep your eyes open, you know, because right now anybody could be trying to get him. Like, you just gotta be looking everywhere and be ready. So that was with her. She was pretty much scared for him, and she did admit that she was scared. So Davina, his boo thing from school in his head, because she ain't really his boo thing. It's like, I think somebody said, let me see, I know there was a comment from last week. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me try to switch my account over. Now, I ain't doing no edits neither. We gonna see what happened, okay? I know somebody had said something last week that it had me cracking up. I think it was the last episode. Well, there was only one episode so far, so probably was the last episode. Trying to see if I can find it. But of course, there's all these other ones coming up. Oh yeah. Saxon Heights said, Kanan on some Steve Urkel, Laura Winslow type of crush. Yo, when I saw that comment, I was rolling, because I'm like, yo, that's straight facts. If y'all from that era, you already know, like, with Steve Urkel, he was on some, he always wanted to be around her. In his head, she was his girl. Nobody could tell him nothing. But in reality, it wasn't even like that at all. Like, so yeah, I was thinking the same thing after you mentioned it. It kind of brought me like one of those nostalgic moments, brought me back. But yeah, so I know Kanan was probably like, you know, when he saw that Davina was fighting or whatever, she was fighting a chick, and it was because the girl, she said how she was with her man and stuff like that. But mind you, he's dead, so it's like mad disrespectful, and she wasn't with it. So we see she could really throw hands. And I know at that moment, like, I was thinking to myself, like, at that moment, like, Kanan has an opening now, you know, because she ain't with nobody. She not booed up with nobody. But you got to play it right, because obviously it's kind of early. And then come to find out, I didn't even realize that from the last episode, that Buck 20 is the same dude that him and his friend had taken down. I didn't even realize. I didn't put it all together. And it still took me a while to put it all together, until after, like, I think it was after, I forgot who said something. I think it was when the detective went to go see that drug dealer dude. I think that's how I made the correlation. So after seeing the detective dude, that's pretty much like when I was like, oh, okay, got it. Because I was saying, when they said that he was dead, when Jukebox had mentioned it after the fight, I was like, is that the same guy? But I wasn't sure. And then that kind of confirmed it. So, yeah. And that cop, detective, he's straight. He's pretty much straight a crooked cop. Like, he's working for the other team. He's pretty much rooting for them to kind of make it big and end up on top of the drug game. I guess because maybe who knows, maybe he gets drugs from them or something. Like, he's definitely working with them. So, I had a feeling, though, from the last episode, from the way he was just talking to Raquel and stuff, I was like, his vibe ain't right. Something off about that. So, yeah, pretty much really was off about it. So Rock, she was pretty much like, she went on a date. Kanan looked like he was a little uncomfortable when he seen her all dressed up, talking about she's going out. And then she pretty much ended up getting it in with her boy toy, whatever. At the same time, her brother was getting locked up for defending the white chick that she roasted her dog, or microwaved her dog. So I was like, damn. Like, and then all of a sudden, when she was like, oh my God, I never had anybody fight for me, dude was like, nah, I can't have nobody disrespecting my girl or some shit like that. I'm like, your girl? Like, when you start claiming her for real, like, what you doing out here in these streets? Bruh, like, you need to chill out with all that. Like, what? So, yeah, I was a little shocked by those words, him calling her his girl and stuff. And now you're going to jail for her? Like, seriously? But mind you, she's good, and she was the one that kind of, like, made the fight happen, in a sense. It's crazy. So Kanan, his mom had told him to stay at home while she ended up going. She even said, like, you know, maybe one of your friends could come over, y'all could watch some New Jack City, or you could watch some movies or whatever. You know, just kind of chill. She just wants him to really lay low for right now and not get himself into any trouble. So the crazy thing is, one of his boys, I forgot his name, I think it started with a D, Deshaun or something like that, I don't remember. But anyway, he went to the club with who he thought was his mans and and homie paid some chick to give him a good time, most likely take his virginity, because he looked like he was in heaven. Like, you could tell that's when you just got a taste of the punani for the first time, you know what I mean? Like, woo, woo. So then he comes out, they both pissing in the alley or whatever, and you know, he was still high off life, still really feeling good. You know, he just got that release. You know, he just, for him, that's probably like the best moment of his life. And then, boom, homie straight shot him in the head. And I was like, yo, that's real effed up. Then I seen him go over to the phone and he calls Rock. And I forgot the words that he used. But I'm pretty sure he called Rock, because she picked up the phone at the same time. And the dude she was sleeping with, the bartender dude, she just told him, like, oh, my son is going to bed, like. But that wasn't him, because Kanan was dead sleeping in his, like, relaxing in his room, looking up at the ceiling. So, obviously, she was lying to him. And I'm pretty sure that now that I'm looking at it, she's the one who made the hit. And I feel like, if my analysis is correct, I feel like the reason why she would have done something like that is to kind of make peace and show that the guy who took down Buck has been taken care of. Kind of like an eye for an eye. Because right now they have this price tag on her son's head. And of course she's going to do whatever and by all means possible to make sure that her family is safe. F anybody else. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, me and mine's got to be good. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the timing that she's on. And I feel like that's exactly what happened there. So that's kind of my take on that. If you guys kind of saw something different, then definitely let me know. I want to know what you guys think about that, and your thoughts. So yeah, pretty crazy episode. And I will see you guys on the next one. I hope that you've already subscribed, but if you haven't, take the moment to do so now so you can see me next time, and turn on those post notifications to all.